This is Oyoneko. Today's episode will be in English only. Why? Well, because it's something that feels a bit hard to talk about in Japanese. I kind of hesitate when I try. This is actually an important medical topic, and I know many people are quietly struggling with the same issue. To be honest, I've never talked about it with anyone except my gynecologist. So maybe it's not something people usually talk about on a podcast. But here I am, recording anyway. So yes, today's episode is all in English. Somehow, it helps me feel a little braver. Maybe because it's not my native language. Funny how that works, right? Have you ever heard of atrophic vaginitis or vaginal atrophy? When I was around 40, I started having serious trouble with this condition because of my SLE, short for systemic lupus erythematosus. I had to take a large amount of steroids, and that caused early menopause at just 31. So, of course, menopausal symptoms came early, and I struggled with all kinds of sensitive issues. The worst part was the pain. Even wearing underwear hurt because of the constant friction. I couldn't focus on work, and since I was still in my 30s, I felt too embarrassed to go to the doctor. In my 40s, I finally saw a gynecologist. I wasn't even a specific diagnosis, but I was prescribed hormone treatments and vaginal tablets. At one point, a doctor even recommended the Mona Lisa Touch, a CO2 laser treatment. But it was way too expensive for me back then. I used Holin V vaginal tablets and estriol for many years. I heard there's also a ring-type treatment, but I haven't tried that one. Looking back, since I have antiphospholipid syndrome, using hormone therapy was actually risky for me. I continued until my mid-60s, but I eventually stopped completely after experiencing temporary blindness, also called amaurosis fugax. When I quit hormones, my quality of life dropped a lot. There's always a burning sensation, and that irritation also causes frequent urination. I even gave up swimming, something I truly loved, because I worried about the effects of chlorine. And here's something I've always wanted to say to the companies that make sanitary napkins. Could you please develop products specifically designed for women with vaginal atrophy? I used panty liners with mild Vaseline for a while, but even that causes irritation. My doctor now recommends applying a tiny bit of cream, but then my underwear absorbs the oil, which is hard to wash and not very hygienic. It becomes a vicious circle. Irritation, frequent urination, and more skin damage. Sometimes I feel a little stubborn or frustrated, thinking that younger doctors, maybe 20 years younger than me, just can't truly understand what this feels like. So, this is my heartfelt request to researchers and developers in the sanitary product and clothing industries. Please create products for women suffering from vaginal atrophy. With longer, healthier lives these days, I believe there must already be some research going on, right? This is my little wish as an old lady. I hope it reaches someone out there. I'll even volunteer for clinical testing if you need participants. To all the product developers out there, I'm counting on you. 本当にお願いします。Maybe even an old lady's wish like mine can spark a new idea. That's all for today.This was Oyoneko. Thank you so much for listening. Ciao.